If Democrats want to unify our country, they should drop these partisan witch hunts, which I have been going through for approximately 8 years. And they should do that without delay and allow an election to proceed that is worthy of our people. We're going to win it anyway, but worthy of our people. On this journey, I am deeply honored to be joined by my amazing wife, Melania. I'll tell you, it was beautiful. In fact, some very serious people said that we should take that letter and put it as part of the Republican platform. That would be an honor, wouldn't it? Right, Mr. Congressman? But it captivated so many, so I also want to thank my entire family for being here, Don, Kimberly, Ivanka and Jared, Eric and Lara, Tiffany and Michael, Barron. We love our Barron. And of course, my 10 wonderful grandchildren. You saw a few of them up there on my lap before. And how good was Dana? Was Dana good? I mean, was he good? You know, he was on probably the only vacation he's had in about, maybe ever, because he works, but about 10 years with his wife, very far away. I won't tell you where, but very, very far away, beautiful place. And my people called, and he said, yeah, I won't be able to do it. This is many, many years. I promised my wife I can't do it. And they came in, they said, Dana won't be able to do it because he was my first, second, and third choice. I said, well, you know, that's too bad, but I understand he's away, and it's good. It's good for him. And that was it. About 30 minutes later, she came back in, sir, Dana just called. He's going to do it. And his wife, she said, you can't turn him down. You just can't do it. You have to go. That's a good wife. So he got on a plane. He got here a little while ago. Now he's going to get on the plane in a little while, and he's going to go back home to his wife. But they're great, and I just want to thank her and him and their whole family, because that's not easy. And Kid Rock, same thing. Called, he said, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part, because, you know, Kid does his great song, Big, Big Monster Song. I had no idea. You know, he became a friend of mine over the last 10 years. And he's amazing. Everyone loves him. I didn't even know how big he was. You know, he has rallies, 35, 40,000 people he gets every time he goes out. I think he's making so much money, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it. You want to know? And then we have my other friend, and I've known him so long, and we took that song, and it was a big success, but we made that. I saw a chart of great songs to America. That was #1 on the chart recently, #1. So that's Lee Greenwood, a very special, beautiful person. He's a beautiful man. But they all wanted to be here. They called. And how about the Hulkster? How good was he? Is he up? Where is he? Boy, oh boy. You know, they may call that entertainment. I know about entertainment, but when he used to lift a 350-pound man over his shoulders and then bench press him 2 rows into the
immortal Hulk Hogan can finally retire. Are we ready for the afterlife? Does the afterlife bring more fear to us than this life? Breaking news. the immortal Hulk Hogan has finally retired. Breaking news! Hulk Hogan will finally get to rest. I just recently realized he was still wrestling till this day. Amazing, right? He might not have been as active as he was in the 80s, but he was still going. The question is, are we afraid of the afterlife more than this life? I want you to think about this genuinely and answer when you're ready. I will delve into this question a little later, but for now, let's reflect on the immortal Hulk Hogan. We all know his name is Terry, but did you know in 1984 WWF signed a deal with Marvel for 20 years to receive less than 0.009% of Hogan's merchandise? For the name Hulk, it was worth it. Also, Hogan was very superstitious about safety. He reportedly wore the same underwear on flights. But for some reason, while wrestling in Japan, Hogan chose to use the axe bomber as a finishing move instead of the leg drop. I can recall watching Hogan for the first time with the NWO. He came out with Rodman. Now, I had a bunch of old tapes in my abode because of my grandparents. Obviously, I wasn't old enough to see Hogan in his prime. He was a wrestler, honestly, I didn't pay attention to until I got older because he had a reality show with his family my cousin watched. Then I circled back and watched more of his stuff. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people who lie and say I was raised on Hogan or he influenced me so much, but I was aware of him and I have respect for him for what he did and the impact he had. Other than Andre the Giant, who was one of my favorite wrestlers, Hogan helped carry the brand into the 90s and eventually the Attitude Era. I really can't believe he was still wrestling. I still see clips of the Attitude Era wrestling making appearances in wrestling. That's cool, but I'm still not watching wrestling. It's not for me anymore. Okay, take a deep breath. I'm not trying to put you in a depressive mood, but have you answered the question? If you didn't, it's okay, but the after can bring mixed emotions, I understand. Let me just say I've had my problems coming to peace with the afterlife. Believe me, I was a denier, a non-believer in this reality, but actually I came to accept it. I got to say, for me, I don't know why I was so against this idea. Maybe it was because I had few close relatives pass away when I was younger. As always, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.